News 19 will be providing team coverage of the winter storm. Our Nick Jones is on the way to the Low Country, where a lot of snow is expected. He joins us now, beginning our team coverage with more on what's happening there. Nick.
Yeah, Darcy, that snow was expected, but you know what? Now it's here. I'll show you a little bit of what we're seeing right now in Summerville. This is a parking lot near a Walmart and Belk's and Joann's, but the snow and ice is already down here in the Charleston area, Summerville, and it's really, when we drove down on I-26 on a mile marker 181 is when we started seeing a little bit, but about 7 miles later is when it started getting real heavy, real thick. And we're showing this is a lot of what we're seeing right now is all this road right here is covered in snow. I-26 this morning alone on South Carolina Highway Patrol, they said that they had seen 17 accidents up around 11 a.m. and on the way onto this road, we're on Highway 17 in Summerville. We already saw another accident there at one of the intersections. So these are not safe conditions to be driving in. South Carolina Highway Patrol and SCDOT says it's best to stay off the roads if at all possible. But if you do drive, make sure that you use caution. One really good tip is if you're driving and there's cars in front of you, be about 3 times the distance to make sure that you don't run into them, because as you can tell with this roads, it's going to be real slippery, real easy to skid, and it's really something not to mess around with. But like I said, this is just the beginning of the snow that's hitting right here in Charleston, and we're going to continue to update you on what it's going to look like, and it's going to start coming in full force around noon or right now, and probably will go on until about 6 p.m. Darcy, back to you.
Well, you know what, Nick, I'm very familiar with that exit. That's the exit I take when I'm heading home to visit my parents. So I know exactly where you are. I also know that there has been an issue with the airport in the Low Country. Do you know a little bit about what's happening there at the Charleston Airport?
Yeah, that's right, Darcy. The Charleston International Airport is actually closed. They said that the runways are not safe for the planes and the passengers, so they do have that closed right now. So that could be a potential issue. If you're planning on flying out of Charleston today, you're going to have a problem. There's obviously going to be delays, so that's definitely not going to happen. And also around this area, some of the stores and restaurants are starting to close. We're actually around a Five Guys that's still open, but a lot of the restaurants and obviously like the places like the airport are starting to shut down right now.
Nick Jones, you're about 10 minutes away from my mama. I might send you over there to check on her. I appreciate it. Thank you, Nick Jones.